A very good morning to you all. I am Dr. N. Rajastri, Assistant Professor of Economics, Pingle Government College for Women, Vadapalli, Warangal. In today's class, you're going to learn about the objectives of economic development. The objectives of economic development for developing countries like India can be explained here under. That is the first one, the high rate of growth. So here, all the developing economies, including countries like China and India, are striving hard to achieve high rates of economic growth, because economic growth plays a very important role in order to develop the economy. Even the Indian 5-year plans also, they have given much importance to higher growth of real national income also. So if you see during the first 3 decades of planning, rate of economic growth was not so encouraging in our economy. Till 1980, the average annual growth rate of GDP was only just 3.73% against the average annual growth rate of population at 2.5% only. Hence, the per capita income grew only around 1%. But from the 6th plan onwards, there has been a considerable change in the Indian economy. In the 6th, 7th, and 8th plans, the growth rate was 5.4%, 5.8%, and the 6.8%. So here we can see in 5-year plans also, the main aim was to achieve higher growth rate. Even then, if you see in the 9th plan in 1997, targeted a growth rate of 6.5% per annum. The actual growth rate was 6.8 in 98-99 and 6.4% in 99-2000. So here, in the later years, the economy achieved even a high growth rate of 9%. So here you can see that the China has achieved even 10% rate of economic growth in the first decade of 21st century. So here, the first objective is what? The higher rate of growth, with what? Improvement in the standard of living of the people. So when here the growth rate increases, automatically what happens? The standard of living also increases. So if a person gets a job, okay, so what happens is for this level of living automatically increases. His standard of living increases. So in the same pattern, here when the economy's growth increases, even the improvement also takes place. And secondly, if you see the objective, that is economic self-reliance. What is this self-reliance? No need to depend on other countries. We have to stand on one's own legs. So here you can see that the dependence on foreign aid should be as minimum as possible. Why? Because if you import the technology from other countries, what happens to the balance of payments position? Decreases, because every year if we import the commodities from other countries, the situation will be under crisis. That is, it shows unfavorable balance of payment situation. It will be. So similarly, for acceleration of process of industrialization also, what we have to do, we have to import the capital goods in the form of heavy machinery and the technical know-how, that is the knowledge, everything we have to import. Why we have to import? For development of industrial sector. And also if you see in the infrastructure facilities also in our economy, like roads or the railways or the power and the banking or the insurance, so these are all comes under infrastructure. So for these facilities, the country had to depend on foreign aid. Why? Because in order to increase the rate of investment. So here the foreign aid investment, that is foreign direct investment, plays a very important role, because with their amount only, investment only, we can increase our, we can develop our infrastructure facilities. That is about the self-reliance. No need to depend on other countries. We have to develop on our own self with our, for some only, because we have to fully, we should not depend on other countries. As possible, like as minimum, we have to depend on other countries. Then next we can see the social justice. What is this social justice? It means equitable distribution of the wealth and the income of the country, okay, among the different sections of the society. How many sections of people are there in our economy? Three sections. That is, first, a rich, okay, middle class, and the poorer section. So here, the different section of the people, na, there must be a equal distribution of income and wealth. Then only it possible to develop our economy. So we find that large number of people are poor. Why they are poor? Because the standard of living, and also they are not in a position to get the minimum basic necessities for their living. Okay, they can't lead a luxurious life. If you see outside, the laborers, casual laborers and other people, low class people, they are under very low level. Okay, that is about the social justice. So here the democratic principles in the political structure, and also the social and the economic equity, and the removal of regional disparities, these are all very important for achieving this social justice. So here, for this purpose, first we have to raise the conditions of backward and also the depressed classes. Okay, then automatically a change will take place for achieving economic development. So even in the 5-year plans also, we are targeted to uplift the economic conditions of socio-economical weaker sections like SCs or the STs and other targeted oriented programs. Or also through those programs now we can develop the economy. That is the objective of social, that is for economic development. And next, if you see the modernization, so this is also an objective for achieving economic development, because it's not an easy thing to develop our economy. Still, before that we were underdeveloped, but now it's a developing. India is what? It is a mixed economy. Both the sectors are there. The public sector is also public, and the private sector is there. Okay, both the sector plays a very important role. But nowadays what happens after the Indian industrial policy resolution, a change has taken place. That is, we are giving much importance to private sector only. So here we can see that modernization aims at improving the standard of the living of the people. How? By adopting a better scientific technique of production, by replacing the traditional backward methods, by bringing about changes in the structure and also the institutions. So a change has to take place. We should not use the outdated methods of production. When we use the outdated methods of production, what happens? We cannot increase our production. Okay, we have to use the new techniques, new methods to increase the production. If you see the banking and also the industrial sector and also the agriculture sector, so the modernization is taking place through the implementation of this land reforms. So what is this land reform? Land reforms are nothing but redistribution of land. So before independence, after independence, change has taken place, okay, in this, for achieving economic development. And the next, economic stability is also very important. Why? Because after the second plan also, like after second plan, the price level started increasing in India for a longer period of time. Therefore, the planners, what they have done, they tried to stabilize the economy by controlling the rising trend of the price level. So here, when there is an increase in price level, we'll call as an inflation. So during that situation now, what happens? Mostly the lower section people, they'll suffer. Okay, so here the planners, they try to stabilize the economy by controlling the rising trend of the price level. So that is nothing but the inflationary self-reliant growth with social justice is very important. And finally, we can take that inclusive growth, that refers to the pace and the pattern of the economic growth. This concept, which is now it's referred by the World Bank as a sustainable inclusive growth, includes even the non-mental concerns besides benefits reaching hitherto marginalized sections of the people. A change in inclusive growth, that is the pattern of the economic growth, the pace and the pattern should be a change must be there in this. So overall, we can say that in order to develop our economy, these are the main objectives for developing our economy. So basically, if you take that, economic development is what? It is the overall progress of the economy. With what we can achieve our economic development? With some structural changes, some institutional changes, technological changes. So with those changes only we can develop our economy, because it's not an easy thing to develop our economy. All the resources. So here you can take in our economy, we have the abundant resources in our economy. We have abundant of resources, but what is not there? Proper utilization of the resources is not there. Why we are not utilizing the resources? Because we don't have proper technical knowledge and we don't have proper capital formation, or the capital we don't have. So because of these reasons now, we are not in a position to develop our economy. So having only the resources, it is not, we cannot achieve the economic development. So simultaneously, proper utilization we have to take, utilize, we have to use the resources in a proper manner. That is very important. Suppose in our life also, if you have the money, so if we are using for like better purpose, it will be good. If we are not using that, we have the money, but if you go outside, we will not purchase some commodities. Why? Because we'll be very stingy to buy some commodities. We want only the money. So that is not progress for our development. Okay. So here in the same manner, in order to develop our economy, we have to utilize the resources, whatever we have, and we have to develop the economy, and we have to increase the standard of living of the people. When we increase the standard of living of the people, automatically the economy and also the production of the goods also increases. So we can conclude that the self-reliance and social justice and the modernization, how the modernization aims improving the standard of living people by using a better scientific technique of production, by replacing the traditional backward method, by bringing about changes in the structure and also the institutions. And finally, we can take that the prices we have to control. Okay, that is a non-inflationary self-reliant growth with social justice has to take place in our economy for achieving the economic development. So thank you. Thank you very much.